Anita Marks for sportsshouting.com, and as always, we look back before we go forward. And last week, I went 2-1. What does that mean? The past 4 weeks, I am 9-3. I don't mind saying so myself. All right, let's get right to it. We're heading into week 8, and first and foremost, you've got the Carolina Panthers and Cam Newton -3 at home hosting the Minnesota Vikings. I love this game. I am all over Cam Newton. He has been covering spreads all season long. Now, again, this is a phrase we use frequently here on Beat-a-Anita, and that is make sure you buy the hook. So Carolina at home, -2.5 against Christian Ponder. This is his second start as a rookie for the Minnesota Vikings in the league, so I love it. I'm all over it. I love Carolina. Again, they're at home. You've got Steve Smith. Do they have a running game? Yeah, you know what? It's Cam Newton, so no worries about that. Also, Percy Harvin is not doing so well, so there's some big question marks whether or not Percy Harvin will start in week 8. So, again, Carolina by the hook, -2.5. My second game, the Detroit Lions. Now, some concerns here. Matthew Stafford, he got a little beat up. Everything that I'm hearing is that he practiced today. This was Thursday. He practiced today. Granted, it was skeleton, limited 7-on-7, but I'm feeling good about it. Matthew Stafford hopefully will be back in action. If he is, I'm all over this. You've got the Detroit Lions. Now get this. They are favored, but only by 3 against Tim Tebow and the Denver Broncos. What a big game it was for him against the Miami Dolphins last week down in Miami. But Miami, they're horrible. They are probably the worst team. No, they are. They are winless. They are the worst team in the NFL. What does that mean? Granted, they are back at home. I'm sure Tim Tebow feels really good about himself that he brought that team back to win it. But the Detroit Lions, a much better team, a much better defense than the Miami Dolphins. So I love Detroit. Get -3. They're favored by 3. And again, buy that hook. I always love to buy the hook. So Detroit -2.5 going in on Sunday against the Denver Broncos. And last but not least, let me tell you something. If you know anything about Bill Belichick and the New England Patriots, you can build 2 weeks to prepare for anyone. He's going to cremate them. I love New England. Granted, they are going into Pittsburgh. They're playing at Pittsburgh against Ben Roethlisberger, who's coming off of a really fantastic game against the Arizona Cardinals. But again, 2 weeks for Bill and Tom Brady coming off a bye. The New England Patriots favored again by 3. So yet again, the third game by the hook. New England -2.5 against Ben Roethlisberger, who may or may not. I don't think he's going to have Hines Ward. So I think this will be a shootout, but I do think at the end of the day, the New England Patriots will walk away a winner. So just to review, Carolina, Detroit, and New England, those are my 3 picks for Beat-a-Anita, all sitting at 2.5. Good luck this week.